Okay, I believe 20,000 is the new budget phone price point, and let's assume I have 20,000 in my pocket. Hold on. And I want a phone that gives me good main camera, that's important, good brand because service center and after repair cost, stable software updates, and because I don't want that motherboard or green line issue. None of that. And decent performance so that I can scroll reels and sometimes play casual BGMI. And then good battery life because I'm mostly on 5G outside. So you have pretty much these options. The F36 sadly still looks like it's in 2023 or even 2020. Now there's one phone which fits the bill. Hold on. Moto G96 5G, and currently there's Realme P3 Pro, which is surprisingly better than the elder Realme 14 Pro. Like, what, Realme? And while it was launched for 23,999, it's gotten a price cut and it is currently selling at 19,999. So perfect. And these phones have pretty much the similar specs, with Motorola being 3,000 cheaper. So is that 3,000 jump worth it? The real question is, if you want an all-rounder phone, what's the best phone you can get under 20,000 rupees? Well, we have used the phone for weeks now. We'll get into practical points that you will feel while using the phone on a day-to-day basis, and you will get a crystal clear answer from this video. Prateek, take wiser and let the battle begin. Now, the moment you hold both the phones in your hand, both of them have a different feel. Like the G96, due to its vegan leather bag, the phone feels more grippy. Just don't ask me the name of the colors, like these are the names you can read. Now, on the other hand, the P3 Pro feels thick and it's got this big camera ring, which honestly sometimes feels uncomfortable because my fingers keep resting on this camera ring. And while using both the phones on a day-to-day basis, I noticed that the P3 Pro is slightly wider compared to the G96 or any other phone in this price range. So it is difficult to type with one hand, you need to use both your hands. However, something interesting is going on in the back. Like, see, from a bright afternoon when I step indoors in the dark, the back of the phone starts glowing. Now, design choices are subjective. I personally like the G96 a bit more, but what's not subjective is build quality, where P3 Pro is better. Like, it has IP66 plus IP68 plus IP69 rating, which is better than even some flagships. 80,000 flagships. While the G96 here comes with an IP68 rating, which is still good for the price. Rest you get Corning Gorilla Glass 7i on P3 Pro, while Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the Motorola G96. Now, it's good to see that phones under 20,000 are using some kind of glass protection, or rather protection. You should too. So for the thinness and grippiness, I think design-wise Motorola gets half a point, while in terms of durability, Realme gets half a point. Now, coming to the part where we keep staring the most, the display. The P3 comes with 1.5K resolution display and the G96 comes with this full HD plus resolution display. So specs wise, P3 Pro should be winning, right? But if I play the same HDR version of video on both phones, both of them look exactly the same, sharp. Now, the G96 display looks brighter here. Also, the colors look better on the G96. And not just HDR videos, even if I play a movie on Netflix, the G96 appears more brighter and vibrant. Now, the P3 Pro comes with a 120Hz display. But the surprising fact is, it doesn't support 120Hz on all the apps by default. Like if I open YouTube, Instagram or Google Chrome, all of them run at different hertz. Whereas G96 supports 144Hz in almost every app that we use, and that is by default. So when you scroll through Reels, website or even your excess chats, the G96 feels smoother, not the chats. Other than that, in the outdoor under peak summer sunlight, both displays here are adequately bright. Now, overall in display, both phones are good, you wouldn't complain. But the G96 here is slightly brighter, better in colors, and also consistent with the refresh rate on all the apps. Now, for a good multimedia experience, along with a good display, you also need good speakers. Now, both of them come with dual stereo speakers, and if you listen to them side by side, the G96 is clearer at max volume. Plus, you also get Dolby Atmos support on G96. So the TWS or even wired earphone experience is richer. Like, we're trying to test that as well. So the P3 Pro here gets half a point, whereas the G96 here gets the full point for the extra features. Now, for the good multimedia experience to last longer, you need good endurance, meaning you need good battery. Very dirty mind you guys have. Now, the G96 comes with a 5500 mAh battery, whereas the P3 Pro comes with a 6000 mAh battery. Now, to give you an idea of the battery life, we did a quick battery drain test. Like, we recorded a 4K 30 FPS video on both the phones for 2 hours continuously. And after the test, Moto was down to 63%, whereas Realme was at 71%. So basically, Motorola lost slightly more battery compared to Realme. Now, in day-to-day life on a single charge, in my usage of watching content, scrolling reels, clicking photos and playing games, both phones lasted easily one single day. And speaking of charging, the Z96 comes with 33-watt fast charging, so it takes about 90 minutes to top up the phone to 100%, whereas the P3 Pro supports 80-watt fast charging. Like, kudos for that, and it just takes 1 hour to put the phone to 100%. Now, the difference between them is not that much, like teeny tiny, like the run chase in Lords. So in terms of battery and charging, both of them will give you more or less the same battery. But since Realme has a faster charging speed, it gets half a point more. Now, up until now, the things are neck to neck. But here's where the difference starts showing up. Camera. The Motorola G96 comes with a dual camera setup, whereas the Realme P3 Pro comes with a single main camera. And you see these two holes here, these are just dud. Like, this trick is old. Brands have stopped doing this macro camera, depth camera kind of thing, so come on Realme. I mean, Realme should also move ahead. And if you see the photos side by side, the G96 clicks more vibrant shots, whether in terms of normal or portrait mode. The P3 Pro just brightens up the image and it makes my skin tone too white. Now the G96 also comes with an ultra wide lens, so you can fit more people in your photos and your life. And when it comes to videos, the Motorola G96 can not only record in 4K 30 FPS, but if you see, the stabilization is far better than the Realme P3 Pro. So if you take this walking shots, you get better footage on Motorola. Also, G96 supports 4K from both the front and back camera, while the P3 Pro can do 1080p 30 FPS at max. So overall, in terms of camera, the G96 gets a point here because of better photos and better videos. Now coming to the most important part, the performance. Now the P3 Pro here comes with Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, whereas the G96 comes with a Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 processor. Now the P3 Pro comes with UFS 3.1, whereas Motorola comes with UFS 2.2. And this is very interesting. See, we ran the AnTuTu benchmark, which gives an overall score to the phone. The P3 Pro scored around 8.26 lakhs, whereas the G96 scored about 6.2 lakhs. But these are benchmarks. How do they translate in real life tasks? So we played BGMI on both the phones. Now the G96 can play it at smooth graphics 60 FPS and it could play it easily without any issues. Whereas the P3 Pro can play the game at 90 FPS and it's a lot smoother. And now we pushed it even further. We played a heavier game, COD Mobile, on both phones. Both the G96 and P3 Pro can play at 90 FPS low graphics, and the gameplay was smoother on both the phones. Now with the P3 Pro, you get this AI motion control, so you can set different motions for different actions. So see, if I just tilt the phone like this, you can reload, or you can tilt like this to jump. Now a lot of people edit videos and reels on their phones, so this was a good storage test. So we edited a video and compared the render time, and every single time G96 came out to be the winner. So if you see overall performance in terms of gamings and FPS settings, the P3 Pro gets that point, but it was surprising to see that Motorola could do so much with UFS 2.2. But again, we'll give the point to Realme P3 Pro. Now, having good performance and camera is one part of the phone that makes the experience better. The other part is the software. G96 comes with Motorola's Hello UI, which is based on Android 15, whereas the P3 Pro comes with Realme UI 6, again based on Android 15. If you compare them side by side, the quick settings and notification panel, the app drawer and the settings page, both of them look modern and aesthetic. And in terms of features, both the P3 Pro and G96 come with pretty cool features. Like the P3 Pro, it has this anti-theft feature, so if someone tries to remove the SIM card from your phone while it is locked, it will sound an alarm. And when you get a call, if you pick up the phone directly to your ear, it switches from the TWS to the speaker as soon as you bring the phone close to your ear. And it also gets some AI features like this AI reply and AI summary, etc. Now the G96 doesn't have that many AI features, but it does have some useful features like Smart Connect. So you can copy and paste your files directly from your phone to your laptop. You can even mirror your phone screen on your laptop, or you can even use your phone as a webcam. Now another thing that is good with the G96, and it personally matters to me quite a lot, is that it doesn't come with any pre-installed apps. Now the P3 Pro comes with lots of third-party pre-installed apps. Along with that, you get some unnecessary notifications from the app market, and you might have guessed it, there's also hot apps and hot games. But you can disable all of that. Just go to app market settings and disable it. Also, one weird thing with the P3 Pro is it doesn't have the app opening animation, and as far as I remember, the P3 had it and the Pro doesn't have it. Again, with the G96, you get that app opening and closing animation. It feels much more smoother. So overall, in the software department, I would give G96 the point for the clean software and much better experience. Now you can see the scores. The winner here is G96. But one thing to be considered is what's best for person A might not be best for person B. So the Motorola G96 serves as a solid all-rounder phone under 20,000. If you're someone who wants a good content watching experience, good software to click good photos, to casual gaming, can do it all. But if you're someone who is on a very tight budget and wants a good gaming phone along with decent software, like it is fine, the P3 Pro is a good pick. else, if you want performance, I would personally recommend spend a bit more and get the Nord CE4 or in fact iQOO Neo 10R. That is a much better pick at 2-3,000 more. Now we want to make more such comparisons like this. So let us know in the comments which phone do you want us to compare. On that note, this is signing off. See you in the next video. Pew pew pew. Hey, it glows.